Hi viewers, welcome to another episode with the Decipher. Um, like I always like to do tradition, mucho gracias, gracias muchos, muchos, muchos. Thank you for the subscribers every day. I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you, thank you. If you've seen the thumbnail says exactly what it says. It says you gotta ask yourself different questions because I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and I was I was behind a couple of months. Because I told Africans in general, I said, pack your bag and leave South Africa. But right now, the situation actually got worse. Because as of today, today is the 1st of July. Here in Australia, they're still technically on the 30th or on the 1st of July over there. You just get in the morning. And there's been a lot of riot already going on in South Africa and in most places. And people going straight into the street and protesting that they want illegal immigrants to leave. There's two things I'm going to say about these days. I think it's quite very important. Number one, okay, South Africans, you asked for this, now you get it. Okay, now you've created an environment whereby moving forward now, Africa is never going to be the same. Thank you for doing it. Sometimes the most difficult thing to admit is that Africa is not functioning very well because I'm one of the few channels you're going to find on YouTube that really talk passionately about this. This is not to disrespect so-called our elders back in Africa, but this is just to highlight the things that happens every day. And unfortunately, just because I don't live back in Africa doesn't mean I'm not from Africa, or I don't see the impact of what this does to our society, whereas everywhere else we go to as Africans. Now we're copying it again now from South Africans because this is what you usually get from them. The xenophobia that they have in the countries, they don't want to admit. The excuses that South Africans give is that other illegal immigrants coming to the country, like they say, my country, welcome to my country. So from that country, there's a lot of illegal immigrants from Africa, most especially, and many of them are people who flee particular places due to war. War that you and I know is established because they do all this war to extract resources. There's always 3, 4, 5 third parties that always have the cookie ends in the destruction of the African economy, African society at large. And we are complicit too at the same time. All right? Because we have some greedy, no life, son of a you know what African leadership that we have that is allowing this to happen. So I get it. If I was a South African, how would I feel? If so-called within my community, foreigners are coming there and disrupting the peace, you would say that what is the government doing about it? So you get to a time, you get tired, you take matters into your own hand, and I get it why South Africans are doing what they're doing. No judgment. But at the same time, I think this is the unfortunate situation that needs to happen before we start getting our shit together. For somebody that talks quite a lot about Africa in general is that these so-called African leaders, sir, ma, many of you travel to this part of the world here. You see how things have been structured. I just want to ask though, how often do you guys generally try to figure out exactly how they implement this structure here? How come from all these African countries that they've had independence since the 50s? How come we've never been able to get a structure? So are you telling us that we're so barbaric that we can't have structure? Or all these other African countries cannot? No, it's because there's multiple factors that comes in the equation why these things is still happening today in Africa. The countries, the entire continent with the most resources on the planet of this earth, and yet is still the most disorganized in terms of every aspect of leadership. That is a fact. It's not a second knowledge, not a third knowledge. It is a fact. All right? Every African citizens that packs their bag have a passport of any individual country in Africa. The world look at them differently whenever they go to wherever they go to. All right? Because the way I see the food chain, how I see it, the way I've experienced, the things that I've experienced personally, I'm not yet to cry me a river. But the bottom line is that the white man, Asian man, Middle Eastern man, South American man, than black men. That is the pyramid of how the world sees us. But unfortunately, I know you many African leaders, many of you don't give a shit. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, 60, 70 properties all over the world. You don't pay tax in the country that you even live in. Your sons, your daughters, they don't even have the same passport to the countries that you govern. Many of you have affiliation with companies, organization overseas before you even come to a position of power. You've been manipulating and readjusting the society every day. That is why South Africans can be buoyant enough for them to go into the street and not only attack their own fellow brothers because they say illegal immigrant. And it's a justification. We're talking about a population of almost 80% of South Africans. They occupy or they own just only 50% of the land in the country. But for some reason, the people who actually colonized them, they own 85% of the land in South Africa. According to the statistics that we see, I don't know how accurate it is, but I'm going to go based on that. I'm not trying to make an argument. But this is the things that it's sad. It's such a horrific situation that between our so-called African brothers, this is what we're experiencing. And I get it. South Africans, you want your country back. My country. All right. You have your country back. And I hope you take care of it. But I just want to know moving forward now, the relationship will never be the same again. All right. And I know many of you think that your country gives you everything. All right, we're back. Sorry, my reception is playing up a little bit. But the bottom line is that if you're South African watching this, if you get to see this video someday, I want you to remember this. All right. This is not a disrespect to South Africans, but I do get it. I understand. You want your country back, you will get your country back. But let me show you, viewers. Let me show you some of the things that they've been doing, so you guys can be up to date on what is transpired in the street. DJ, please drop the track, please. Now, watch what they're doing in the street. Watch.
They came out in their thousands for a day of xenophobic rage across South Africa. Protesters brandishing batons and flags had a simple demand: undocumented migrants must leave the country by today.
This is probably one of the biggest law enforcement operations in recent South African history. Where we are, in Durban, it's one of the key hotspots. The city, there are police everywhere.
Anger towards foreigners has been brewing for months. These protesters claim they are taking up jobs and committing crimes. Tens of thousands of migrants have already left. The campaign has been led by this man, Phakela Umtakati. Dressed in traditional Zulu clothes, he's quickly gained followers and influence, and even met with South Africa's president last night.
Angithengeki angisoze ngathengwa ngiyoze ngihambe la emhlabeni ngoba kwandabandaba yimina engithethe idlozi ngeke ngithethe idlozi kwandabandaba ngazi kahle ukuthi sengidayise ngomzabalazo.
The anger is not confined to Durban. In Johannesburg, protesters threw stones and set fire to cars. The fear now, with the protesters' deadline reached, is that people from countries like Nigeria, Malawi and Congo could become targets for even greater violence.
Foreigners here and there.
I meet Sifiso, a protester who claims to have fought apartheid, who now believes South Africa is suffering due to immigration.
So today is the deadline.
Today is the deadline, and we are not stopping now.
What's going to happen tomorrow then?
Tomorrow, do the same thing until they move away.
It's interesting. You say you fought against apartheid.
Yes.
And now you're fighting against African immigrants.
No. We're not fighting African immigrants. We're fighting for everyone who is in the country illegally. That's our problem.
This movement may be born of economic frustration, but it's shown an ugly side of South African society and created a climate of fear. Now comes the moment that will determine whether the warnings become reality.
Let me mute this for a second. All right. Because the most frustrating part of it is that I do get it now. Like I said again one more time, I do understand. South Africans, you want your country back. Yes, you will have your country back. I promise you, you will. In fact, you will have your country back so quick. But the situation actually, extended way more than what I just shown. And because in the street now, this is some of the things that is happening in the street. So I keep to find some more videos about it. Watch.
I am in Soweto in Johannesburg with some anti-migrant protesters. This is the final day before the unofficial June 30th deadline for undocumented migrants to leave South Africa. And they've been walking around these streets, some of them singing songs celebrating Zulu pride and asking undocumented migrants to leave South Africa. They insist that they're not xenophobic, they're not Afrophobic. They want South African law to be respected. And they feel, some of them told me, that African migrants have taken over South Africa. They're criminals, that they are damaging their country, and it's time for them to go back and fix their own countries. The government says these people have a right to march and protest, but not to violence and intimidation. Many African migrants who are seeking to flee South Africa fear for violence, they fear for their lives, even though South Africa has assured them that they will be safe. Several African countries are repatriating their citizens, including Zimbabwe, Uganda, Ghana, Nigeria, and Mozambique.
I just want to pause it for a second, really. As you can see, for me, when something happens, all right, I like to understand why. Because when you understand the why, you will know the root of where the situation comes from. So it's not just you just putting a bandage on a wound, but you can see exactly what really caused the wound in the first place. Then you can see if you can avoid it next time. But unfortunately, this sort of situation is not going to change, because I promise you, this is not the end of it. I don't know what kind of outcome this is going to bring. The only thing I just hope for is that no one single African foreigner in South Africa dies, because it changed the dynamic completely. If any foreigner dies from this situation, this is going to trigger civil war in Africa. I'm not very happy about saying this, but I'm telling for a fact, it's going to trigger civil war in Africa, because the thing is that there's going to be a retaliation. I promise you, there will be retaliation. And Africa is a place that it's at the boiling point for a very long time. And South Africans specifically, they're one of those part of this world that the hardship that a lot of other Africans country take, South Africans, they're too soft for it. They can't handle it. I don't think South Africans can be in Nigeria and they can be in an environment like we did. It's not because of we can't fight, because we understand what's going to happen. But once the next generation have the balls to do things, the thing is that insulting all these leaders is something that they have deaf ears. They don't listen. I've said it many times. If you look at all the well-developed countries in this world, they're bringing the youth, the next generation, into leadership position, for them to start integrating them, showing them exactly what needs to happen. But unfortunately, in African culture, we have this something called godfatherism. So these are, we call, in the part of the Western or every other world, they call it the king's makers. All right, the king makers, you don't see them. They never hold any position of power at all. But they are the ones with the power. They're invincible. You don't see them. If you watch the Game of Thrones, you have a better understanding why those people really exist. But these are the people that influence a lot of the political movement in Africa. The king makers, the godfathers, all right, the real puppet masters, all right. Because South Africa itself, if you speak to most South Africans, really, like, they understand what's going on. But the thing is that once majority of the people that they're looking for somebody to take the aggression on, immigrants again, immigrants 2.0. Like I said, I did a live stream a couple of days ago. I think it was about a week or two ago. This immigration issue that we have all over the world, immigrants, illegal immigrants. But yet it's why I invested time to find information, to compare information. And that's why I understand the system is fucked. The law, the policy, and all, it's all fucking bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit. Because all these things are written, they're not, every policy, like I said this morning, policies are not written for, policy is money. Law is money. Every time any laws get signed, it extract or releases funds. That's what it does. It's extract or it's going to release funds. So South Africa is feeling wherever they're feeling. And yet, when you look into their books, last time I checked, there's a whole lot of scandal shit that is going on that is actually taking money out of their pocket, right? And then focusing on the illegal immigrants. They look at their leaders. The corrupt leaders that they've elected, they don't really focus on it. They really care so much about the illegal immigrants. At the same time, again, the illegal immigrants, as the South Africans say, get out of my country. My country. Yeah. Those illegal immigrants, when you get back to your country, go and hold your government accountable. Why do you have to leave home to go seek a greener pastures somewhere else? The biggest problem that Africa has always had, and I've said it years ago, is that it's called mismanagement of resources and mismanagement of leadership. Mismanagement. When your priority is not aligned with what you're supposed to do, and the power of greed is what is creating poverty in Africa. The power of greed. It is the number one problem we have in Africa, followed by the religious and the cultural beliefs. This is why Africa has never done nothing. There are very few countries in Africa that seems to be doing a little bit okay. The rest is so fucking dysfunction because it's fucking greed. Greed breeds poverty. Greed, it breeds poverty. And that is what is killing Africa till today. This is why you find some men, they've been in politics for over 30, 40 years. They don't even want to be there, but they still have their hands running the country till today. You see the traces into South Africa, in Nigeria, in Ghana, in every part of Africa you want to find, you find them there. They're still there till today. Nothing has changed. That's the unfortunate side of it. So I get it. You guys want Africans to leave your country. Good. But I just know South Africans, relationship with Africa moving forward would never be the same. Would never be the same. And very soon, your sons and your daughters that live overseas, they're going to start telling you what's going on. Because I'm going to very sure you tell them to come back home. Right? Yeah. The same country that one of their ministers the other day, I found out that he stole something $1 billion rent or whatever it is. Maybe 200 or 300 or maybe $1 million or something like that. I'm not going to say anything. I get it. Go on, let's fix home. Let's fix home. I can't even speak English. I'm really pissed off. Let's fix home. Once we fix home better, nobody wants to go away from home. All right? Because, like, I swear to God, if Singapore have the resources Nigeria have, Singapore would be the most richest country on the planet of this earth. And it's not even close. So I still just don't understand it. How come countries that have zero resources, zero nothing, but the economy is so great because they have good leadership? Africans always like to talk about, hey, leadership. I'm an African man, tradition. What is the fucking tradition? Where is it? Since independence, what can we show for it? Fucking nothing. The grown-ass leaders, they will still go to United Nations and go and crawl with their Caleb legs. They'll go there and beg for approval because they want to talk in the space of civilization. We're talking about politicians who have more respect for banks than they do for their own citizens. I used to remember when they talk leadership. Leadership will put their chest in front of the fire first. No, African leadership, they will throw the next sunburn. They'll put it, hey, go there. Yeah, don't worry, your elder is here in the back of you. Bullshit. Leadership has always been the catalyst that destroys Africa itself. There is no any African citizen living on the planet of this earth, home and away, that should be stranded, poor in any kind of thing if we have good leadership. The resources is there. The know-how is there. The population is there. The resources there. The nature is there. Everything that we want is there, but we don't have one thing that puts everything together. And another thing that could really help unify us Now, South Africa has literally poured acid on it. Destroyed now. Moving forward, that relationship will never be the same again. Will never be the same again. Because I'm telling you, I hope South Africans, ya country, you better don't touch any Africans for them to, if you kill any African country, yikes. Let's continue. And this is what you get from, they will go and start stealing people's stuff because they had to flee the country. This shit is gonna have some serious ramification, man. I swear to God, this shit is not gonna end well. It's not. I mean, South Africa has really done it this time around. You got what you got what you want. I hope you get what you fully deserve from this. All of you, I hope you get what you fully deserve. I do, genuinely. As you can see, these are the things that's gonna go on for the next couple of days. Um, I mean, I think we've been cursed by something. I'm begin to finally agree that we're living in hell. Yes, this is hell. We are living in hell. This is hell. You can't change my mind. This has to be hell. This is not. This world is not what I think it is anymore. This is what is hell. Every blessed day when I wake up, I look to find out what's going on in the world. And 99.9% of the things that we see every day is nothing but chaos, disaster, war, killing, error, fight, violence. These are the things that we see every day. Every blessed day. There is not one day you wake up as a grown adult that you hear anything productive in this world. It's like the psychology of us doing what is right is completely stripped out of our mind. The evil that a lot of people want to do every day is more important to them than anything else. I buoyantly believe we're living in hell. This is not a world. We need to change. It's not a world. It's hell. We're living in hell. Every day, fire burn, disaster, war, crime. It's just fucking chaotic. It's very rare. Literally. It's like you need to go. It's like you need to get out of this land for you to go find peace in the space somewhere. And I think that's why a lot of people were buying Elon Musk stocks, because they're hoping that, God damn it, man, just find something so we can get off this godforsaken planet. That's what it feels like. I said during the World Cup, there was a lady that prophesied. She said that mothership was going to come. Yeah, but that was about 3 days ago now. I don't see no mothership. It's just like the same way that other stupid guy said last year in September that the rapture was going to happen on September 23. I'll never forget. I went outside my window. I said, I want to see Jesus every because I'm tired. And this is one of the reasons why I'm tired. Literally, one of the reasons why it's just fucking exhausting. I think we're living in hell. This is not earth. We need to change it. You see, the heart of a man is nothing but evil first. A man is to battle his soul every day to act right. The spirit of most men is just pure evil. It's literally evil. And I was thinking about this, and I was gonna do a whole different topic about this before. I just wanted to ask. Just let's put the Bible aside. Let's put Quran aside. Let's put every textbook. Let's say today now they took all those books away. Are you telling me that we will not act right because we don't have those books to guide us no more? Without the books, so you're telling me that you can't treat your fellow human being with decency and integrity. Is that what we're saying? So we need a book to remind you to act right. You need a religion to remind you to act right. You need some textbook, you need some sociology textbooks to remind you that you need to do what is right. Human being, we are evil in nature. And it spreads across the world. Everywhere in the world you can find it. We are fucking evil. Legit, I'm just hoping. I've said it many times. Whoever brought us here, come and take us away. We are just evil. Everything about human nature is evil, is pain. There is no joy. Every day of my fucking life, I get up. There is not one motivating news to make you feel like, God damn it, I'm happy to be alive today. None. It's chaos everywhere in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, as I'm speaking to you right now, there's been thousands of people who have died in the war going on in Russia. There's been thousands of people who have died with the war going on between Iran and Israel and Lebanon and America. There's thousands of people dead. There's thousands of people dying now in Congo and in South Sudan. There's thousands of people dying in the Middle East. There's thousands of people dying in Central Africa. Now South Africa now joined the club. We are living in hell. This is not earth. This is hell. You cannot change my mind. Because the spirit of a man is evil first. It's amazing that at this stage in my life, I do understand why some men unfortunately would decide to take their own life. I do get it. I get it. Because when you just look at the world in general, it's like, what the fuck is going on? We can't have any quorum of peace at all. There is no peace anywhere. Anywhere you go to, there is one fucking sociopath that wants to destroy whatever it is. You understand? I mean, it's extremely sad. Because I just want to think about it. Every fucking day, from east, north, west, south, it doesn't matter. There's going to be a reason why one sociopath will pick up a gun, a knife, whatever it is, to want to attack somebody. Are we that violent? Is this just what our nature is? So God damn it, let's say imagine there was never education. There was never books. So we probably have killed each other to a brim. There will be nobody left, no more. Is that what we're saying now? We can't be fucking civilized? Why is the concept of living harmoniously, why is it such an illusion? Because the deep down, a lot of people, their spirit is fucking broken. I'm reading someone said, man's humanity, inhumanity to mankind. Yes, I am not from Afghanistan. I am not an Afghan. I literally spent some time to do some research to find some structured, detailed stories about what happened to that country that made it becomes a pariah to the rest of the world. But when you listen to the story, when you listen to it's these men, it's people, gun, killing, violence every fucking day. Every day is just one fucking utter disaster after the fucking another. It doesn't fucking stop. And yet one sick sociopath will walk around because he has so much money. Morality, ethics, decency, humane, act of kindness. And lastly, we have zero empathy. Zero. It's so sad. I do. We are living in hell. Nobody can see anything anymore. This is hell. This is not earth. It's hell with a HE double hell. Hell.
It's no different from what is happening in London. Is it different because it's done by white people in London? When black people protest against other black people who don't respect their laws, it's suddenly xenophobia. It's the same thing that's happening in London, in Ireland, in America. Trump is doing it. No one is calling him xenophobic and all these names.
I'm just reading one of my viewers. She said, she said that I've been thinking about the same thing for years. Across the world, makes you question what God would put His people through this. You see that, no disrespect. I know, yes, I'm born and raised in a Christian home, but God damn it, put the fucking Bible down. No disrespect. Put the Bible down. Put the Quran down. Just look, just open your goddamn eyes and just look at the nature of a man. We have one man that has more money than 4 billion people living on the planet of this earth. If he decides to spend 1 million every day, it might take him 2,000-3,000 years to finish the money that he has. That is how much wealth is acquired. And yet, in this world only, we can see the so-called fucking leaders. I don't give a shit is Trump. I don't give a shit is Putin. I don't give a shit is Nyayat. It doesn't fucking matter. All these old fucking men, they love fucking war. It's the only thing they want, war. We turn us against each other in the name of Jesus, in the name of Muhammad. It's just killing, on fucking necessary killing. Every day. Every day. Wetin happen? There is no kindness. Zero empathy. Zero gives a fuck. This leadership that we voted on, or you sneak yourself in, it doesn't really matter. We are living in hell. We are just living in hell. There is no goddamn way you can tell me there is heaven. This is fucking hell. This is hell. So in the spirit of every creature living on the planet of this earth, so where is the joy of being alive? We've lost it. We've replaced it with desire. The things we can acquire. The things that is forced on you, even is indirectly. You have to go and acquire things you can't even afford. You have to do stupid, crazy things for you to live just a mere decent life. They've created a system whereby you need to take from somebody else before you can say it's your own. Even when you get it, it doesn't belong to you because it belongs to the banks or it belongs to a corporation. This fucking world is so fucking shit. I'm not happy to say this, but I talk from a perspective of a human being. This is not about being white, black, brown, purple. Who gives a fuck? I'm sorry, I'm swearing tonight. I'm just tired. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who gives a shit, for those who care, for those who don't care, just here in Australia, every day, 9 men unalive themselves every day. On average, 9 men. Man, people are tired. I don't think all my life I have ever celebrated one day. We can replicate something good from somewhere. We can introduce it somewhere else. We can all do the same thing. None. It is one fucking war after another war, after another case, after another disaster shit. The entire world we have zero leadership. The nature of a man is evil. I was driving to work one day, and it just really hit me in the head. I'm saying, hold on a second. So without Bible, without Quran, without textbooks, so which means that we don't know right from wrong. So if they confiscate all the Bibles and all the textbooks that we have in this world, so you tell me that you won't act right because there is no book to remind you should act right. Are we that flawed as a species of on the planet of this earth that we can't act right? Fuck me, man.
They want us to go, so we have to.
And now, are you happy to be going back home?
Yeah, I'm happy.
How long have you been waiting?
I'm so happy.
How long have you been waiting?
I'm waiting for 4 days.
If you're just watching me for the first time, you don't know who I am, just comment this cipher. I talk very passionately. I don't hold my tongue. I say what needs to be said. This is not trying to go viral, but I'm a very passionate individual. You don't know me, I don't know you. You can see this video someday. You say, what the fuck is this guy? But just ask yourself, if there's no Bible, if there's no Quran, you want to tell me that you're not going to act right? If there's no textbook, you want to tell me that you want in your soul, you don't know you should treat people the right way? This is not just only what's happening in South Africa, but let's just look at the world that you and I live in today. Tell me one thing that is worth fighting for in this world. What? Money? Fame? Glory? War? Weapon? What is it? What is it? We are living in hell. There's nobody can change my mind no more. I've seen enough proof now to actually believe it. We're living in hell. This is hell. This is not earth. This is hell. With a capital H. This world is mentally destroyed, physically destroyed, psychologically destroyed. Everybody is looking for an edge. Everybody's looking for an angle. Everybody's looking for ways to get whatever it is the fuck they want to get at all time. And who gives a shit what kind of head they're going to step on as long as they get what is theirs. We are worse than animals. And the nature of a man is worse than an animal. Even an animal has more decency than most men could ever do. Because at least animals, their nature is very precise. They're hungry, they hunt. They trickle down. Everybody's under the food chain. But we human beings, we are the worst of them all. We are the worst by far. Killing is nothing no more in this world. You kill somebody, who gives a shit? Yeah. One soul used to be one too much. Now one soul is just like, yeah, show me the statistics. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not too much. On average, people die all over the world. It's nothing. Someone said that wars I used to keep everyone distracted from the politician stealing or dying. Yes, I 100% agree with you. I don't like to use the word research. I find information. Let me realize that This morning I did a live stream. If you're watching this, don't forget to subscribe. Go and watch the video I did this morning. President Trump signed a deal this morning, and yet everybody's concentrating on the war going on between them and Iran. This is how they do it. It's a distraction. They'll distract you here, but they're doing something over here. It's not just in America. In Australia here too, it's the same thing. They'll pass law, they'll change the law. They'll pass the law, they change the law. They'll pass the law, they change the law. You really don't know exactly. Week to week, it's like they play Monopoly with your brain. And yet, in the UK, you see, I was asking this the other day. All these politicians, show us your tax return. Show us checks and balances. Let's see how much money you make. All of them, they have all kind of offshore accounts. Many of them, they don't even keep the money that they earn from you. They don't keep it in the country. They take it overseas and hide it in some offshore account. Under trust. Then you ask them that, let's see who's under the trust. Oh, because legally you're not supposed to say it. Then what the fuck is the point of the law in the first place? What's the point of the policy? If the policy is designed to hide information, to hide details, at the end of the day, you can't hold them accountable. How can you hold a ghost accountable? Trust funds that are ghost account, ghost name, structured under a shell company that doesn't exist, but exists at the same time. You cannot tax it. Even when you want to tax it, you don't know where to start from. You might think it's in Seychelles today, tomorrow is in Madagascar, next tomorrow is in Switzerland. You don't even fucking know where to go. They will put it under one shell. In fact, you can use all the AI you find in this world. You wouldn't be able to find them. Why can't they direct those AI they're screaming about? Why don't you direct the AI to the politicians and let's see checks and balances. Let's see how much money they make. Let's see how much money they pay in tax. Let's show us. Aren't you leaders? Let's see what you're hiding. Another one dumb thing I see very often about leadership is that they think they're fucking smart. They will have said things a lot. They will never come straight and give you straight answers. Never. I don't know. Maybe they think people are just too dumb or to some extent. What am I even saying? Yes, a lot of people are dumb like a mother sucker. I'm sorry. I'm really mad tonight. But this is it. This is the stupid world. Anti-immigration all over the world. Even in Africa, of all places. So South Africa, well, my country. You have your country back. Congratulations. Yeah, let's see what's going to happen moving forward. I promise you, other Africans are not going to forget this. Please, if you enjoy this content, please, I have a lot of other videos there. You can use my videos as podcast. Just listen to me talk in the background. Subscribe, comment. Let me know. Do you believe me or I think I'm wrong? I think we're living in hell. Just my point of view. Because I promise you, by tomorrow, by the time I wake up tomorrow, there will be another fucking disaster news tomorrow. It's like they're just constantly feeding us negativity every day. I am genuinely trying. I'll go online. I want to find some positive news to come share and discuss. This is something that has happened in a particular place. This is such a great thing that we can all start emulating and doing. You won't find one. You will not find one. It's like everything on social media that you consume is fucking negative. I genuinely want to discuss positive conversation every time, but I can't because guess what? There is none. None. Disaster and chaos and drama, these are the things that get clickbait. Then the algorithm will push it too. Real healthy conversation that will make people think and change their ways. You will never see it in the FYP for a lot of people. So help me push content like this out there. This world is fucked up on the highest magnitude. We are living in hell. Please comment if you like it, disagree with me. No problem. Put it there. I'll respond to you. I'm just fatigued. Like mentally, I'm fatigued for everything we consume every day. All right, doing it again for the second time. It's all right, I'm back again. I'm just tired of it's just constant negativity that you consume every day on social media. That's all we get. We don't get anything decent anymore. Back in the day, you used to be very happy that you get content that is going to improve you, make you feel better, make you feel energized, but you don't get that no more. It's extremely sad. So please help me push the algorithm. I'm trying every day. I'll spend 2-3 hours sometimes just trying to find information, any good material that can help us. The war is still going on in Iran. The war is still going on in most of the other countries. Why? Are we really just barbaric that we can't sit down and have discussion? Because a lot of men, they're worse than sissies. They're very, very emotional. Grown-ass men cannot come to a conclusion to end war that is killing lives, taking lives. Men, women. We have leadership that they're so spineless, that they care so much more about money, about fame, rather than their lives. Even though every scripture, every Bible says, yeah, a man he can gain the whole world, but he loses his soul. Because those guys, you can shove all the money you want in this world. When you die, you're not taking nothing with you. You're going to leave you empty-handed just as you came out. You come out naked, you're going to die naked. That's what's going to happen. But you find out some rich bastards now, they're looking for the fountain of youth. They want to live forever. They want to lock themselves up in some chamber so that they can, you can bring them back to life again 50 or 60 years from now. This is how some people think, because they want to live forever. Yeah, it's South Africa today. Tomorrow could be Kenya. Next tomorrow could be Ghana. Could be Nigeria. Could be Egypt. Could be Morocco, Tunisia. Could be Gabon. Then this list goes on and on and on. Then we're gonna start another World War III. Because once Africans start fighting against each other, because this is gonna trigger civil war in Africa. I can see it coming. I can. Because it's gonna take one African countries now to retaliate to what South Africa does. Now then it's the whole shebang now. Why? All these, the bottom line for all of this nonsense, it's always gonna lead down to money. Money. That's it. The bottom line that all this chaos all over the world always leads down to money. The rich still want to influence your life, not that you like it or not. They don't give a shit. They're not governed by the same laws and time that you and I do. These guys, they can sleep on the same place for 24 years and they wouldn't even feel it a day. You do the same thing, they will have buried you with sand already. So before I leave this live stream tonight, I just want to ask you a simple question, a very simple question. And I want you to look into your soul when you get to watch this video, even though it's just a 1 second or 2 second clip. Ask yourself, if there was no Bible, if there was no Quran, if there was no literature, textbook, nothing, if everything got taken away today, are you telling me that you will still not treat people the right way? Do you need the Bible, the Quran, and textbooks to tell you to do the right thing? Do you? If you still need the Bible and the Quran to tell you to do the right thing towards another human being, maybe this place is not where you need to be. Thank you for watching and listening to me a lot tonight. And thank you for my subscribers. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Mucho gracias. Gracias muchos. I'll see you guys again in the morning. Like I always say, thinking is not illegal. A lot of people, I know it's extremely very difficult for people to think for themselves. But thinking is not illegal. We've completely lost humanity, to my point of view. And I don't even know if AI can bring it back. I don't think AI will bring it back. Because AI is going to be another version of who we are. We're going to use AI to do the same thing we use internet to do. Now it's going to be on a steroid. I'm going to discuss a little bit more about that tomorrow when I wake up. Thank you again one more time for those who watched to the end. Thank you. Mucho gracias. Thank you. I appreciate you guys a lot. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, give me your thought. Are we living in hell? And the second question was, if there's no Bible, if there's no Quran, if there's no textbook, if they take everything away today, will you treat me right? Or you need the Bible to remind you that you need to act right?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get right here, man. Shit, I'm saying. Get in Igbo.